Here's something that happens in almost every hiring process, every networking conversation, every "I'd love to introduce you to someone" moment. Someone Googles your name before they meet you, not to dig up dirt, just to get a sense of who you are. And what they find or don't find shapes how they show up to that first conversation. The question isn't whether your online presence matters, it does. The question is whether you've had any say in it, what it says about you. Today, we're talking about online presence, what it actually is, and why it's one of the most underused career tools out there, and what you can do about it, even if you're not a social media person. Welcome to week 12 of Pathfinder Campus blog series. I'm Barry Morgan, and together with Jessica Locke and Gord Sarkissian, we've developed a community that supports adults in the midst of a career transition and students just beginning to develop a career path. Let me share a quick story with you. I had a young Pathfinder. His last name started with HOT, and his first name started with TIE. His email address was hottie@gmail.com. His friends loved it. But when he started applying for jobs, nothing came back. No responses, no interviews, nothing. It turned out employers were seeing that email address in their inbox and just deleting it. They assumed it was spam. His application never got opened. His qualifications never got read. That's how fast your digital presence can work against you before anyone has seen a single word you wrote. Online presence doesn't mean having a huge following. It doesn't mean posting every day or building a personal brand on social media. It means that when someone searches your name, what they find is a clear, honest, professional picture of who you actually are. That's it. That's the minimum. And then, if you want to go further, it means actively contributing to conversations in your field, sharing your thinking, demonstrating your expertise, being findable by the right people. Let me demonstrate the practical difference. Suppose there are two candidates for the same role. One has a complete, thoughtful LinkedIn profile and occasionally shares relevant articles with a brief conversation. The other has almost nothing online. In a competitive search, the first candidate is simply easier to advocate for because whoever is championing them has something concrete to point to. So, why does this matter for your career? Well, it's the opportunities you never hear about that measure the cost of the weak online presence. When a recruiter searches for someone with your background, you don't appear. When a former colleague wants to recommend you, they can't find anything recent to forward. When someone meets you and wants to know more, they find nothing or something outdated that doesn't reflect who you are now. Worse still, they find an angry post or a negative comment you forgot to delete. With a solid online presence, the opposite happens. Opportunities find you. People reach out with roles and introductions you didn't go looking for. And every professional conversation you have is reinforced by what the other person found when they looked you up beforehand. Your online presence is not separate from your career, it's part of how your career operates in a connected world. The most common trap is all or nothing thinking. Either you're doing it properly, posting regularly, building an audience, creating content, or you don't bother at all. That thinking keeps a lot of capable professionals invisible. Here's a quick test. When did you last update your LinkedIn profile? If it's been more than a year, it's probably not reflecting your current self. That's the gap most people have, and it's surprisingly easy to close. Here's another way to look at it: online presence isn't a performance, it's a professional record. Your goal is not to impress everyone, it's to make sure the right people can find you and understand what you do. That's a much lower bar and a much more achievable one. As usual, we'll give you three things that make the biggest difference to your online presence in the order of their impact. First, make your LinkedIn actually work for you. A complete, current profile with a professional photo, a clear headline that describes what you do and who you help, and a summary that reflects your professional narrative. That alone puts you ahead of the majority of people in your field. Second, Google yourself. Go right now and search your name. What comes up? Is it current? Is it positive? Is there anything you'd want a potential employer to see first or not see at all? Understanding your current digital footprint is the starting point for changing it. And third, participate, even lightly. You don't need to create original content. Commenting thoughtfully on a relevant post, sharing an article with a sentence or two of your own perspective, engaging in a professional group. These are low effort ways to demonstrate you're active in your field. Consistency matters more than volume. Small moves done consistently add up to a presence that works for you while you're not looking. So, what's next? Well, you've spent this past month building the foundations of how do you present yourself professionally, your brand, your narrative, and now your online presence. Three things together create something really powerful: a clear, coherent professional identity that works for you, even when you're not in the room. The deep dive on Tuesday this week gets into the specifics of building each layer of your online presence. On Monday at 7 p.m. in the community meetings room, we will be discussing online presence and sharing ideas to help each other. You're welcome to join us. The practical exercise on Thursday walks you through a LinkedIn audit you can complete in under an hour. And the reflection piece on Saturday explores something that's worth considering: the fear that some people have of being visible and why getting past it is worth the discomfort. You've done the thinking. Now make sure the world can see it. And remember, we are always available to help you and to answer questions you may have. Just reach out to us via the Coaches tab on pathfindercampus.ca. We look forward to hearing